Hello, everybody. My name is Carlos from Mozambique in Africa. Welcome to another edition of Freestyle Talks. We are here once again, this time in English. Again, it's 7 p.m. in Mozambique, and it's May 14th of 2021. It's a beautiful day here in Mozambique, and once again, we are using our network of freestyle to connect to the other side of the world. We are going all the way to Samoa, a very distant island from Mozambique this time, to speak with our guests, which I just showed you a quick video. He's a multi-talented man. He's a financial advisor, he's an activist, he's a life coach, and he's above all a very talented, a very driven, and a very inspirational personality. And I'm very excited to have a conversation we are having now and share this with our audience. Just to also let you know, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe to our platform so you can stay updated to the next topics and next lives and conversations we will be having in the next weeks. And also be sure to check the previous lives we have. But let's do this. I'm very excited to bring him on board. So let me invite him, Dedreck, and to join me on the screen. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, really nice to have you here. I want to thank you for making time and for accepting our invitation.
No, thank you. Thank you for it's such an honor to be here and just to be a guest on your show. It's actually my first time doing this. I mean, I've done like person to person interview, like going in, but this is my first time doing this. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to like talk with you and to share thoughts on your platform. I love what you do. I love that you bring in inspirational people because, you know, like with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's the least we can do. It's just to try and be a little bit more positive in everything that we do. So I'm happy. I'm happy that you're doing this.
Thank you very much. And let me share this with you. I actually saw you for the first time on a WhatsApp status on those videos on WhatsApp. So one of my contacts on my phone list shared the WhatsApp video status with one of your dance videos. And, you know, I was really, wow, this guy is amazing. And that's why I tracked you and I tried to find you on Instagram. And when I found you, I was really tempted to immediately invite you. And I did that. I followed my gut and my instincts to call you. I looked over your page, of course. And I was really impressed with your work and your versatility. You know, you are a young man who is doing it all, who is full of vision and full of life and full of dreams. And I think that's something we definitely want to have here on Freestyle. And this is the type of personalities we want to engage with and to share and to expose to our viewers. So I'm really happy that you are here. We have already a first message coming in from one of our viewers. So Lam is saying she's very excited for this conversation. Welcome. A big kiss from Mozambique. Okay. So thank you very much. And other people, feel free to send us any text messages on the chat on YouTube, and we'll be sure to interact with you. And she's also sending a second message for you. You are amazing. So
thank you. Appreciate it.
Very good way to start the conversation. So first of all, I would like to ask you, because your country is not very familiar, maybe to my audience, to Mozambicans. And I would maybe like to ask you to tell us a little bit more about how's life in Samoa? How is COVID situation there? And how are things with a pandemic and the new normal as we are all trying
Right.
to adapt and adjust? How are things on that side?
Awesome. Oh, awesome. So I'm from American Samoa. If I don't really know what life is in Africa, so I'm not going to say that it's pretty much the same. But we're all about our families. Like everything we do, it's for our families, right? And um, so before America was introduced to our islands, we were like very like we ate a lot of our fruit like raw. Like we did a lot of farming, we did a lot of fishing. Like everybody liked to do plantation, but like as we progress, as we grow, and as more and more technologies and new ways of living were introduced into the island, people kind of stopped doing it. I mean, there are some people that are still doing plantation and all of that because they still love it, and of course it's a tradition that should be kept alive because I mean, you guys know what's going on with the world and everything that's happening. But we there's Christianity is very much alive back home. um it's pretty much so because it's a territory to America now. So it's that's we have the same school system as America, the jobs and everything. It's pretty laid back home. So we don't pay taxes, we don't pay mortgages. Like the land is ours. That's why we're still citizens. Um, we're not citizens. We're internationals. No, we're nationals. Sorry. So our land is our land. So we don't owe America anything like our land. So we still have that freedom. So I think the minimum wage right now back home is $6 because everything is really cheap. And with the COVID, we don't have any COVID cases because the borders are still closed and the government is doing a really good job restricting. So they only have like one flight every month. And so there's a really good process they put up. There's a whole system that they've set out, for people to fly in and when they to stay quarantined and when they so the biggest route, so the main route to going home is through Hawaii. And so you get quarantined in Hawaii before you go home, you get vaccinated and all of that. You have to show proof of everything before you go home. So as of right now, there aren't any cases back home. God, you know, thank you God for that. But other than that, everything is still normal back home. It's just the only thing is that we miss our families back home. With that happening, with the restrictions, it's kind of hard to go back home and see our families. And our parents are trying to like come up for that's the downfall to it because we have our parents that are trying to fly up for appointments, but they're not capable of doing that because of the restrictions. So the only reason why they would have to fly up here is because the hospitals back home are not as equipped as the hospitals here. So that's the downfall to that part. But other than that, American Samoa is blessed. Yeah.
So let me share with you maybe a little of Africa and Mozambican lifestyle, just to give you a comparison. So we are a big country actually in the southern area of Africa. We were colonized by Portuguese, by the Portuguese. So our official language is actually Portuguese. Our country has around 28 million, 29 million people. Uh, we are one of the poorest countries in Africa, in the bottom half of poor people, of poor countries in Africa. But we are a country of extremes. So